Well, Gemini, welcome to your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a tarot card reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. My name is Michelle, if you're new to this channel, and I am an astrologer and tarot card reader that shares my insights to empower you. First, I'm going to start out, guys, with your predictions for the full moon in Leo. I know that everybody's been talking about it because it's a massive amount of energy. Clearly, the moon and Leo seem to be very contrasting energies. The moon, because Leo is always associated with the sun, right? With who we are, or we are building to be, who we desire to be. But what is the moon? The moon is what we struggle with deep down inside, or who we are really, and what we start as. And how do we kind of find a balance between the two of those? What's also happening in the sky on the same day is Mars is conjuncting Venus, which are also two opposites that are coming together. I speak to this because it's important for you, the sign of duality, the sign that deals with these contrasts on a daily basis. Of you feel it more intensely, I think, than anybody, being able to hear two opposite sides of the arguments and be fascinated by them both, be able to embody two different personalities and be able to sincerely live in them both. Duality is your consummate challenge and your consummate teacher. And so there's going to be a supercharge in this sense of where do I belong, who am I really, what do I want to be, and expect it to be a pretty emotional ride for you. The Leo full moon happens in your third house. Leo is your third house. No wonder you guys are so great at communication, because you communicate with confidence and certainty, and people are attracted to you. You have charisma with how you can express yourself, especially using words. Mercury, your ruling dignitary, is in Aquarius. Technically, a usually flattering sign for you. It is your ninth house. It's sitting there with Saturn and the sun. So there's a sense of really exacting social energy, really exacting, intelligent. The mind, the intellect is geared toward being socially minded, and that's it, because Saturn is there, right? The sense of this is just the way it goes. And this is in direct conflict with that moon illuminating your third house and what you really feel about things and what might actually come out of your mouth. So I want you to pay particular attention, especially to relationships and the conflicts, because there's change that's coming into your life through relationships or change to the relationships themselves. And ultimately, this may come out because of what ends up coming out of you. A conflicting statement, especially with what you really feel inside. That side, that true part of yourself that is your moon, really bursting open. I can't take it anymore. I've got to speak on this. I've got to say something. And of course, when you say something, people listen, because there is that natural charisma to how you present your speech or how you write about something. It will not go unnoticed. And I want you guys to be extremely and painfully aware of it. There's that conflict between the third and ninth house. And remember, the third and ninth house was where we just came out of, right? With the north and south nodes being there. Your ninth house is Aquarius. It is that sense of friendship, friends from around the world, open to talking to everybody. And if you do explore or travel, it is through friends or with friends, because of friends, and foreign languages really being a key to your success in the public, really being able to have that dynamic to you that you can teach and learn, both the right dualistic nature of teaching and learning in that social area. But there's conflict there, because the ninth house also rules the broad picture, and the third house rules the personal, interpersonal, that one-on-one picture. And there's that conflict there. There's that conflict of, but I see myself here. I see myself in the third house. I'm certain of this. And what I'm certain of is in direct opposition to what everybody else seems to tell me I have to say and I have to do, and you don't like your freedom buttons being pushed. And so there is a tendency toward really exploding, especially when it comes to romantic relationships now. That Mars-Venus conjunction is happening in your 8th house. So there could be some endings to your relationships because of war. That could be the change that because that Mars-Venus conjunction is trine to Uranus. So there is major change, probably through destruction and endings. When it comes to relationships that you're in, especially Mars-Venus relationships, intimate relationships, personal relationships. And it could also be that stimulation, that sex drive, that need, frustrating you to the point of making you jealous, making you obsessed, pissing you off to the point of rage. All of those extreme behaviors can happen with this energy coming in the with this energy in your 8th house. So ultimately, interactions with your somebody that you're passionate about can become easily violent, especially by how you present your speech, but also otherwise. But also otherwise. Also, this is a sense of, especially if you're dealing with somebody with a lot of scorpionic energy, or if you have a lot of scorpionic energy, a lot of shit will come out, a lot of anger, a lot of rage, but also you could fall really, really hard for somebody and not understand it. It could be kind of this obsessive love that all of a sudden overtakes you, and then and that kind of like, I wouldn't trust any relationships that happen under this circumstance for you. There just seems to be a little bit too much conflict and too much intensity to make it anything but hurt. These will end up hurting, is what I'm saying. These relationships, these changes, the hurting or the pain that you feel through this relationship is going to be what changes you, maybe what teaches you, what inspires you, or forces you into a life change, depending on how intense the interactions are. And so I would really suggest to you meditative exercises, grounding energy for you in this time, because it's going to be very easy for you to become explosive and be so intense that you burst all over the place. Really an FYI. Let's get into the cards. Gemini, remember that my channel has memberships now, and that if you find yourself buying 2 or more of my extended readings, it would behoove you to join the Unbound membership, because the Unbound membership will not only save you money, it will also give you access to 2 live member-only sessions with me where you can ask me anything and I'll pull your cards, and I'll pull cards for you. It's like having me as your personal reader twice a week where you can check in. So just an FYI. Let's get the cards. This is for this week, or energy leading up to that full moon. Gemini. 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 We have, there is always enough Piscean energy. This is an extremely emotional time for you. There's a lot of emotions floating around. Expect yourself to be abnormally emotional right now. It's going to be a very emotional time, an explosive time for you. We're leading up to it right now. Probably one of the most volatile kind of setups I see right now is focused on you, especially stuff that has built up over the past year and a half with the nodes where they were. This will be the cleansing and clearing and finishing of any of those conflicts, Piscean energy, there is always enough love. There is always enough emotion, This is a lot of emotion, intense emotion. Better to own those feelings than to arm yourself with those feelings. But let's see, always enough what? Always enough what? Can you tell me? This is for Gemini. Always enough what? Things unknown is what came to my head. There was always enough things that you don't see yet, that maybe it's time for you to give a chance, but that's not what I wanted to say. You don't know what's going to happen yet. You don't know what tomorrow holds, but there's so much that's coming. So this is sort of, this energy right now is invest in possibility. That's what this energy is. Bring a gentle touch and embrace the in-between. Virgo energy and Libra energy. So this could be a sense of you're trying very hard to make something work, maybe with a Libra, maybe in a relationship. You have been trying to cultivate it. You have been trying to groom it. You've been trying to heal it or help it heal, or be very diplomatic with how you deal with it. You've been very gentle. You've been very gentle. And so you've been playing this neutral ground in order to be gentle. Okay, I kind of see where this is leading. But there's a lot of emotion that's been building because you've been trying to play it nice, and you've been, I don't want to say play it safe, but I think this is very difficult for you. But I think that you've been trying to play it conservatively and practically and handle it with care, okay? Gemini. This is not going to lead to a good place. What came out? The Dove in reverse. You're about to fucking explode on somebody. I feel like at this point, there's this feeling, Gemini, where I've given them the chance that they needed. I've given them the time that they needed. I've given them the fucking shit that they needed. And now I'm goddamn done. I'm not taking any crap anymore. It may not be from them. It may be from a situation that they're dealing with, right? And you've been trying to be very diplomatic and you didn't want to get into it because maybe it's not your business. Then would be the time when you start knocking on people's doors, grabbing people by the throats and saying, you're going to fucking listen. And I'm not saying people that you're actually in a relationship with, but almost like it could be struggles that they've been having. You could be just at this, like, this is the energy of I'm confronting this shit. Now, something else just slipped out on me. Take time out, right? This is in the past. Reclaim your power and take a leap of faith. This is all in the past. This was your stance in the past. How you decided to basically protect yourself by allowing yourself time, just by stepping out of this and not getting into it. In order to restore yourself. There was time for healing, right? You felt attacked, but the attacking back would have drained you even more. So you kind of like stayed on like idle because you needed to recharge, and you believe that this was the right thing to do. Now there seems that you're in a place where, okay, why haven't things grown? Or if you haven't seen the progress that you expected from the investment of waiting and holding your tongue and giving things patience or taking your time, if instead you have felt that instead you have been mistreated, ignored, or taken advantage of, like stepped over, shit's gonna hit the fan. Holy shit hitting the fan. Truth transcends illusion, and the abundant universe will provide. Okay. You're expected to tell the truth. And you need to tell the truth. Ultimately, this will pay off for you. The abundant universe will provide is Taurus energy. Also something coming to a completion. I want to say this to you though. There is a great deal of gain for you, monetary gain, 3D resource gain, by telling the truth, by something being revealed. This is Aquarian energy. It could be the truth, the house of public opinion, letting something be known publicly, or something like being revealed publicly, being announced, is going to enable you with a lot of 3D resources that you would not have had if this hadn't been revealed, right? That's important to know. I need to go into the moon cards. Step out of your comfort zone. Oh, shit. Don't let pride get in your way. Gemini, you've tried to rise above something. You have pushed yourself to be what everybody wishes you were, and that is, you know, not petty. But ultimately, you are hardwired to be petty, because it's the little fucking details that you see all the goddamn time. And you are so sick of not being who you are. And you're about to rip up everybody with your pettiness. Pettiness, I actually say that, happy birthday, Dageni, in quotations, because you're tired of the details being missed. You're tired of the overarching bullshit being professed and forced upon you, your friends, your family, the public, whatever. You are tired of it and ultimately are going to fucking explode at it. Don't let pride get in your way. I feel this pride is coming when, you know, I'm proud. I want to be, you know, dignified about this. Lose the dignity. Get back to the sincerity. You're not going to have a choice. It's kind of going to come bursting out of you. This could also mean you're filled with the truth. And even though it may be challenging for you right now, or you know that in a lot of ways there's a lot of opposition here, step out of your comfort zone means exactly what it is. Your hard work is paying off. So ultimately, you know what that tells me? People are finally starting to change because of the views that you shared. And their reaction to your outburst this time around, where it could get you in trouble, ultimately could also get you exonerated and be the change or the catalyst that everybody needs. That's very broad though. So can we like whittle this down, please, to Gemini themselves? How is this going to impact you? I like that your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. Because we do know, ultimately, there's something here with relationships. Stepping out of your comfort zone. That's next week though. Stepping out of your comfort zone and your hard work is paying off. How? Fulfillment of wishes. You've been pushed a little too far. That's what it feels like. It's just what it feels like. You've been pushed a little too far. You about to reclaim your woman. You about to reclaim your man. You about to reclaim your position. You're about to reclaim everything about who you are. Fulfillment of wishes. This is great energy this week, right? This sense of what did you really want? What were you really after? Because that's what you're touching now. That's what's becoming realized in this energy. Next week, we'll see. Memories of love are here. Heart chakra. And heartache and loss is in the future. So what you put your heart into and what you have felt and remembered is ultimately going to end up in heartache and loss. So when it comes to your hard work is paying off, that is in the public arena, not in your personal life. ultimately, this involves letting go. This could be, in a way, a week of getting your hopes up. But please articulate for me what the fuck this means. Please articulate for Gemini what this is supposed to mean. Because I'm not really sure what you're trying to say to me. Oh, okay. A past love. Almost like, okay, I get it. You didn't realize how much you loved somebody until you're going to lose them. And even the idea of some sort of instability coming, could be a friend, could be an opportunity. Yes, apply this to where it is in your life. But ultimately, this sense of realizing, or somebody doing this to you, realizing how much you're worth too late. Because the truth is, you've already lost them. Even if it's not official yet, you've already lost them. And you may, or they may right now just realize, crap, this is what I really feel. So there is this sense of, oh my God, beautiful stuff happening, but then no. Why? Because they've already lost you. They've already lost you, or they've already pissed you off too much. And ultimately, you've got to move on, right? Whoever this is a sense of caring about, remembering memories of love. Now they're starting to matter, right? All of a sudden, these memories, remembering them, it's starting to matter in memory. But what the fuck does that mean? It's opening up somebody's heart chakra. It's too late. It's fucking too little too late. Chop wood. You've been working really hard, maybe to get somebody to remember, or somebody's been working hard to get you to remember, or you've been somebody's working really hard to remind somebody about how good this feeling felt, but ultimately the feeling is past. So what can we do about it? Let's go to tarot. I'll see you guys there.